And welcome back, rugby fans, to Rugby411. As always, I'm your host. My name is Joshua Shibata, and we have our Week 9 Major League Rugby previews and pick'ems. And man, we are already at Week 9, the halfway point of the 2023 Major League Rugby season. It has gone by so quickly just because it has been a lot of fun and really, really exciting rugby. So, we have a full slate of games. Every team is playing this week, so 6 games. 4 of them being played on Saturday, 2 of them being played Sunday. So just make sure you got your rugby pick'ems. If you're part of our Super Brew pick'em pool, get those picks in. And if you are going to watch these games, remember all of them you can watch live or on demand on the Rugby Network, except for the ATL New Orleans game, which is going to be on Fox Sports 2. That game will not be on the Rugby Network Live. It will be on the Fox Sports 2 channel, but it will be available 24 hours later after it airs on the Rugby Network. So don't be shocked if you can't find it immediately. You will be able to watch it on Sunday. So let's get into it. There's going to be some interesting picks on my side here. Just because I do have to make up some room. I haven't been doing very well in our Super Brew poll, so I'm going to make some odd picks. Maybe a little emotional picks too, but we'll see. So, again, all the games are this weekend. First, we're going to start Saturday, April 15th. All these kickoffs are Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The New England Free Jacks go over to York Lions Stadium in Toronto to play the struggling Toronto Arrows. Now, the Toronto Arrows looked very good playing last week at home, first time this season, against your reigning defending Major League Rugby champions, the New York Ironworkers. New England is pretty good. They struggled a little bit against Chicago in their win. This is where it's going to be a little controversial. I have to make up some ground. I think with the pitch advantage, and they were very close in beating New York, I think they might actually get this one, and they will pull off the upset win against the New England Free Jacks. I have it by 3 points. It's going to be very, very close. I'm going to go with that one. I'm not surprised if it doesn't happen, but I think Toronto can pull it off. Then we have 2 games at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. First, with the Western Conference, Dallas Shackles going over to SaberCats Stadium to take on the Houston SaberCats, who are reeling from an upset loss at home against the surging Utah Warriors. Dallas, again, got their first win of their franchise history against Toronto. I believe they'll get one more win this season. I don't believe it's going to go against Houston because I believe Houston's going to be very, very upset about the way they performed against Utah. They're not going to let Dallas to come into their stadium and push them around 2 times in a row at home, so Houston gets the win. Then we go over to the Gold Mine, Louisiana, to find the hottest team in Major League Rugby right now, NOLA Gold, off of a bye, hosting the Rugby ATL. Again, I know NOLA did lose their last game, but again, it was against Seattle, one of the top teams in the league, and it was only by 1 point. I feel, again, Rugby ATL isn't exactly one of the top teams this season. They're going to the Gold Mine. I believe NOLA, fresh off of a bye, will be able to come out swinging and will get the win over ATL. And let's continue on with the rest of the games of the week. Last game on Saturday, April 15th, 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Huge game, probably the game of the week. Back in the Western Conference between the Seattle Seawolves going over to Zion Stadium to play against the surging Utah Warriors. Utah coming off of a fresh win over the Houston SaberCats at SaberCats Stadium. Seattle reeling from their first loss of the season against the San Diego Legion. Man, as much as I want to root for Seattle because they have been looking amazing, Utah scares me a lot, especially because they have always been a dangerous team, just very inconsistent. They're playing at home. I feel they'll come away from that victory against Houston with a new sense of confidence. And Seattle, I feel, man, they're going to have to travel on the road, licking their wounds against a very tough San Diego team. I think it's going to be back-to-back losses for Seattle, and I feel Utah will get the victory here. Then we have our 2 games, a doubleheader on Sunday, April 16th. First, 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. your reigning defending MLR champions, the Rugby New York Ironworkers, going over to Segra Field to take on Old Glory DC. This is a rematch of earlier in the season. New York defeated Old Glory 38-7. I don't think anything's going to change, regardless of the fact that now they're being at Segra Stadium. I think New York will be able to get the victory. And then the last game of the week, Chicago Hounds travel over to San Diego to face off against the San Diego Legion, coming off of their big victory over Seattle. Man, like I said, Chicago has just been struggling this whole season. Very shocked. I felt they would be a lot better. I don't think traveling over to San Diego is gonna do much. There's gonna be a lot of Chicago players who are former LA Giltinis player, almost kind of a homecoming going over to SoCal. But I feel they're gonna have a rude awakening going against the San Diego Legion, and San Diego will walk away with the victory at home at Snapdragon Stadium, which is a beautiful stadium in San Diego. So once again, guys, all these games you can watch live or on demand on the Rugby Network, except for the one game which is going to be on Fox Sports 2, which is NOLA Gold, and starting to blank on who NOLA's playing against. But the NOLA game will be on Fox Sports 2, and all the other games will be live and on demand on the Rugby Network. So again, download the Rugby Network. It's absolutely free. No reason why not to have that network. It is amazing. And again, thank you very much for watching my videos. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know who you think's going to win this week. And I hope you enjoy all the rugby. And I'll see you on the pitch.